What's up, guys? This is Brian from Whisper Status 74. This is a follow-up video to my Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray frustration video that I posted a few days ago. Excellent comments, by the way. Thank you so much for posting them. And there was an interesting percentage of 70% of you are frustrated with the way your 4K Blu-rays look, the way your 4K streaming looks. 30% of you, I would judge, probably like the grain structure healthy. You're very filmic. You want things to be reference quality. You don't care how it looks as long as it looks as it was intended. That is a very tricky line to be on between director intention and what you see on screen. My challenge with all of that is that's not the way it's marketed. 4K has been marketed as 4 times the resolution, cleaner, more detail, all that. And what I found with a lot of 4K Blu-rays is the grain structure is enhanced, if not exasperated. It's more. So one of the comments was from D. Jimenez. I'm sorry if I messed that up, but excellent long comment. Please go back and check it out. I'm also in the process of responding to each and every one of you that have commented. So thank you for commenting. But had gone into talking about reference quality being reference based. That's how good that film, shot on film, is ever going to look. And that the reference quality is reference, is exactly what the director intended it to be. I completely agree with that, and in some ways I really, really appreciate that. However, when I go and put it on a display and I see so much grain, it just distracts me, especially when it changes from shot to shot. The Matrix, 50%, clean as can be. It was a grainy movie initially. Some of the shots, especially when Neo was in the interrogation room, are snowy, messy, almost unwatchable. Now it's over, but from shot to shot it changes. Something that actually doesn't happen in games. But a movie like Blade Runner 2049, one of my favorites. Very, very clean, lots more detail, a healthy grain structure. Not noisy, not soft. Now for all I know, this might be shot in digital, I have no idea. But this, worth buying, Blade Runner 2049. The problem I'm having is some of the older titles. Now, I know those of you that said don't buy older titles. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, I don't find to be an older title. I don't find that to be The French Connection or Jaws or anything very, very old. Braveheart, things shot in the 90s, I understand are shot in film. I get all that. But I'm seeing that even new animated films, Cars 3, this is my collection over here, is a little soft. Not that big a deal compared to the Blu-ray. The DVD of Cars looked great. So I'm not finding movies that I really want to go out and pick up. Disney, Black Panther looked okay. It didn't look amazing over the DVD or the Blu-ray equivalent. So that's where I think people are getting frustrated. You're spending a lot of money on these things. You research them to death. That's why we all have this love and passion. But I think we're all finding some of this to be a little disappointing. Why upgrade? Why go and spend all the money if your 1080p display looks just as good and as far as films go? Now, about that, upgrading from plasma, LCD, in my opinion, if you're just watching films and if you're just streaming, I really don't find it worth it, to be honest. I love 4K. I've had a bunch of them. I'm very happy with 4K in general. But for me, 90% gaming is what I use it for. I can see native resolution, very clean lines, the color pops off the screen. But when I sit in people's homes that have 1080p projectors, I have one as well. They're plasmas. I like the way it looks, to be honest. Very few of the 4K movies that I have over here are night and day. I have some that I really, really like, some that I've given away. But by showing you the collection that I have and hearing from you guys on what your collection is, that's what I want to hear in the comments. I don't mind double dipping. I don't mind rebuying all these films. I like seeing them improve. So by showing you this collection, what I'm looking for from you guys is, what are your favorite 4K Blu-rays that you have so far? What do you like about them? If there's a heavy grain structure, put it in there. If it's Saving Private Ryan, something that you think looks amazing, but the grain structure is there. I'm not killing grain. Like I said, I like a healthy grain structure. I just don't like it where it looks like there's bugs on the screen and it looks like it's on an old TV. Now, it could be because the TV is so big, but honestly, I've seen it on OLEDs, on higher end LEDs. I've seen it. My point is, on my projector upstairs, I like the image quality better. no HDR than I do on my LED. So I'm going to show you my collection in a second and some of the movies that I have. And then, like I said, in the comments, show me or tell me what your favorite Blu-ray, 4K Blu-rays are and what you recommend to the others, so other people in the comments can look at them and make similar purchases. Okay, guys, this is my small media room next to Megatron and Shockwave. You have all these films. You have your kid, Pixar. These are the movies I would usually buy sight unseen. I wouldn't even research them. I would just purchase them immediately. I found they don't look great in 4K. Now, as we pan over, you won't see any romantic comedies. You'll see some kids' movies. You won't see many comedies in general. As we get over to the 4K collection, over by Darth Vader over here, we have Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. I did not think it looked great. I thought 50% it was okay. But again, was rated as reference quality. And like D. Jimenez said, reference quality means true to what it should have been. I thought it was very grainy. Blade Runner 2049 looked amazing. Black Panther, it was okay. Matrix, 50% of it was crystal clear. Very, very nice. Dark Knight, same thing. A lot of grain, strong grain structure, but I still liked it. Mummy, I found unwatchable. Shallows, I liked very much. I thought it was crystal clear, gorgeous HDR. Blade Runner, I thought, was very, very nice. Strong grain structure, but I understand it being a movie in the late 70s. Wonder Woman, decent. Fake grain structure, but I thought it was okay. Underworld, unwatchable. Like I said, Mummy, one of my favorite guilty pleasures, unwatchable. Crazy grain. Terminator 2, DNR to death, but I enjoyed it. It's super clean. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments about Terminator, because it is very heavy DNR, which I know a lot of videophiles hate. But in the reviews, guys, when you're watching a review, that's the key. This movie was given 2 stars on Bluray.com as being terrible, and I actually like it. Again, DNR to death, so I understand why a lot of people don't like the detail scrubbed, but I do like it somewhere in the middle. Pacific Rim might be my favorite as far as full screen, gorgeous HDR. I know it was filmed digitally. Alien, I thought not a great film, but some grain, false grain, but looked okay. Cars 3 was actually disappointed. I did not like the movie, but I didn't think it jumped off the screen as much as some of my other Pixar films from the past. So I wouldn't be upgrading to any of the newer Pixars. The Incredibles got bad reviews. Revenant is pretty amazing. X-Men is decent. Planet Earth I thought was pretty good. I didn't think it was crystal clear, but I thought it was good. Logan, pretty good. John Wick, very dark, but excellent movie. But I think you'd be okay with the Blu-ray. Batman vs. Superman, crazy fake grain. HDR was pretty popping in it, but other than that, very hard to recommend very hard to recommend buying all these again in 4K Blu-ray to see them look, especially these, as far as I'm concerned, The Mummy and Underworld, one of my other favorite guilty pleasures, looks better on Blu-ray. Kids brushing away. Here's all my DVDs. Half of them are in a book. Other than the kids, I'd love to see these. Like I was thinking about double dipping, guys. I would go back and buy these films again. Excuse me, sweetheart. I wouldn't mind buying these again on 4K Blu-ray. But, you can see there's tons of them. So I'm not shy. So when you guys talk about being a collector, I totally feel you. I would love to buy these titles again. Oh, there's a comedy right there. But I'd love to buy these again. And I do enjoy it being a collector. So again, in the comments, guys, what movies would you want to buy again? Now going even a step further, I'm upstairs now where my projector is. And you will see more Blu-ray. Even HD DVD, if you guys remember those. And for the longest time, I chased Digibook, the steel box. So again, not afraid. I love buying these movies again and again, especially Alien. I just have a hard time buying them again if they don't look that much better. But guys, thank you as always. Please do in the comments what your favorite 4K Blu-rays are. And thank you again, and I will talk to you soon.